Hey guys, Moldran here, and today I want to talk about something I found yesterday and would really help the game a lot, so-called quality of life changes. Now, those changes are really small changes, like they don't require any development effort, but would make the game a better game. And here you can see on Diablo fans, user Damien John has been made it his job to improve the game, and one of his ideas is a really simple one that should definitely be integrated in the game. And I make it my job to make a video about this to get the idea known to a broader audience, and because I really think it's a cool idea and I think it really would help the game. Now, for example, right now you have the skills, like he used Falling Sword as example, which costs 25 Wrath and has 30-second cooldown. But in the Reaper of Souls beta, new stats exist on items. There's cooldown reduction, there's resource cost reduction, there's skill percent damage, and so on. And his idea was, okay, for example, what if I have 10% resource cost reduction or 10% increased falling sword damage and so on? It doesn't display that. I don't know exactly. You would need to get out your calculator and do it yourself. Calculate yourself, okay, what is the actual cooldown or what is the actual resource cost of it? Now, you can do this in your head if it's 10%, but what if it's 17.5 or 17.6%? Then it's not so easy anymore. And his idea was that if you press, for example, Control while you hover your mouse over the skill, it shows you exactly what the current cooldown is, what the current cost is, and what the current damage is, as you can see here on the right. And this would be a really good change, and I don't think it's that hard to implement, because it's the same when you hover over an item in your inventory and you press Control to compare it to the one that you have equipped. So, for example, with the second ring, with Alt or whatever. So I think this is really something I should make it in the game. It almost requires no development time and would improve the game a lot and make it way more convenient to play it. Now, other such changes that I found is here, for example, it's a very simple question or suggestion: increase the number of stash tabs. Now, on the PTR with the account bound stuff, with all the crafting materials, and with playing or the ability to play multiple classes, 3 stash tabs just don't cut it anymore. I think it's really important to add 7. I don't think 7 needs to be the exact number, but there should be any number between 5 and 8 stash tabs, so we have more space, you know. Currently, a lot of people use, me, including me, use characters as mule characters, so it's a level 1 character that we use to just as an additional stash tab. But ultimately, we want to level more characters to level 70 or the 60. We want to level hardcore characters, soft characters, different classes, and we can't have enough mule characters anymore. So it would really be very useful to have more stash tabs. And last but not least is a change to the legendary Rift keystones. Now, I know there are a lot of complex endgame ideas around them to how really improve the system, but if there is an issue of not having enough development time, a simple idea is this: for example, legendary Rift keystones that have either better rewards and are more difficult or something. Because, for example, his idea is if you die, the rift closes, but if you survive, you get an extra reward. Right now, the Rift keystones are or the Nephalem Rifts are you can just die your way through it. You can do it on Torment, and you can, for example, use Wrath Berserk Earthquake, kill one pack, and then you're gonna die again until the cooldown is up again. Then when the cooldown is up again, kill the next pack, and so on. So you can basically die your way through, and it doesn't matter. And if they would introduce as legendary Rift keystones, it would be a much bigger challenge, because you would actually have to pay attention now to play really careful and to make sure you use all your abilities correctly, because if you would die, the rift would close. But on the other hand, if you would actually succeed without dying in that special legendary rift, you would get extra rewards, which could be anything. So those are just 3 quality of life changes I like to call them. Of course, they can be done a lot more to improve the game on a easy level, and those changes, as I said, they don't require much development effort, they're easy to do, and I really hope the Blizzard picks some of them up. And even if they just pick up one, I think they should at least pick up the skill comparison to make it reflect the actual cooldown and the actual damage and resource cost that happen. That was it for today. Tomorrow I'm going to talk a bit about more endgame ideas that the community's brought, and thank you guys for watching. I'll be back. Time to start streaming.